Supreme Court has set aside the current notification for the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Council elections in Kargil, which was scheduled for September 10th, and has directed the UT administration to issue a fresh notification for the elections. This, even as the Ladakh administration had come to the Supreme Court challenging a High Court order granting the plough symbol to the National Conference. We're speaking to the lawyer for the Jammu Kashmir National Conference, Mr. Shariq Reyaz. So, what exactly was the issue before the court, and why is it that the Ladakh administration has been has come under wrap from the court and has been slapped with a fine?
See, the issue before the court was when the notification was issued, the earlier notification was issued, they only notified the symbols belonging to national parties. And the state parties, for reason best known to them, were not notified. So, of course, we were agreed of that, and we challenged that before the High Court. And we got an order from the High Court which directed them to notify the symbol that belonged to National Conference. They were agreed of that. They preferred an LPA before the division bench, and the division bench dismissed their appeal. As against that appeal, they came to this court in an SLP. The cost, in my opinion, has been imposed because the petition, what we argued before the court also, it lacked merit. It also lacked the fact that the election authority was not or could not have been a party aggrieved of the allocation of symbol in favor of a recognized political party. So I'm yet to see the final print of the judgment. We'll have to see what the reasons the Supreme Court gave. Maybe they had more than what I think were the reasons. So, but yeah, it seems as if, of course, the Supreme Court was convinced by what we argued before the court, and we essentially argued that what we are seeking is something that already belongs to us, and the deprivation, of course, would have had a great impact on our electorate.
Had the government explained in their arguments or in their affidavit why they are choosing not to allot the symbol of your recognized party to you for these elections?
See, in my opinion, the ground that they have taken were highly misconceived. I mean, it bordered on utter misconception of the law governing allocation of symbols and elections in general. So, what the Supreme Court essentially did was upheld the orders of the division bench as well as the single judge, which had very clearly pointed out that a recognized political party cannot contest on a free symbol and has to contest only on a symbol reserved for it.
Your party leader, Mr. Omar Abdullah, has taken to social media. He's tweeted that the BJP, assisted by a totally biased Ladakh administration, did everything possible to deny us our right. Politically, what does this mean for the National Conference now in the elections?
See, politically, I can't make a statement. I am a lawyer. I'm working in my professional capacity. What Mr. Abdullah has tweeted, I'm sure he will be in a position to explain, because he is of course, the political head of the party. As a lawyer, as a advocate representing them, I can only comment on the legal aspect of it. Politically, it's best left to the political leaders.
What now? What happens now to the upcoming elections? Because the election was scheduled for 10th of September. Has the court given any directions about what is going to happen now?
The court has set aside that election notification in which the polling had to happen on 10th. In fact, the nomination forms were the date of that, I think, lapsed on 23rd of August. And despite the order that we had got on 9th of August, they had not complied with the order. So now that election notification has been set aside. They have to come up with a new election notification within a period of 7 days. And the court has also ruled on the entitlement of National Conference to the symbol plough. And it has accordingly disposed of our writ petition that was pending before the High Court as well. Yeah.
These are the elections for the district of Kargil and not for Leh.
Yeah, Kargil. Leh has already, I think, taken place in 2020. So it was Kargil.
Thank you very much, sir. So, trouble for the Ladakh administration and the National Conference calling this a big win politically against the BJP, with Omar Abdullah taking to social media, to Twitter, to say that the BJP and the Ladakh administration were trying to deny the right of the National Conference to contest elections on their own symbol. The Supreme Court, taking this very seriously, has imposed 1 lakh rupee fine on the Ladakh administration, and now the elections that were scheduled for the 10th of September are now to be delayed, as the Ladakh administration has been directed to issue a fresh election notification for the Hill Area Development Council for Ladakh for the district of Kargil. In New Delhi, with cameraman Mridul, this is Aneesha Mathur for India Today.